All right. So who's afraid of spiders? Anybody afraid of spiders? Okay. Anybody mice? All right. Anyone bats? Snakes? All right. So my thing is mice, and it's not that I'm afraid of the mouse itself because I can deal with the mouse itself. It's the scurrying that the mouse does. Like that's creepy to me. I don't know why. It's just creepy, right? So when I'm in situations and there may be a mouse around, or there's a possibility, or sometimes, I've been in a restaurant and once, I didn't go back to that restaurant, I'll have you know. But I had to maintain cognitive control, right? Had to maintain cognitive control. And cognitive control simply is your ability to control yourself, right? We try to teach kids that all the time. Control yourself, Billy, right? And so there are three parts that we need to think about in terms of cognitive control. There's our emotions, there's our thoughts, and there's our behaviors. And when we think about behavioral cognitive therapy, we recognize that our thoughts impact our emotions, and our emotions impact our behaviors. And so if I have a behavior that I don't necessarily like, the best way to engage that is to pay attention to my emotions and my thoughts. And so when we take control of those three things, then we are in full control. When we don't, we operate with this unconscious bias. Unconscious bias is actually more about our unawareness of the things that we're doing. And so mindfulness is one way to really think about, or think about ways to get around, outside of, or get beyond your bias. And so sitting and meditating and praying about your thoughts and your emotions. When your emotions get triggered, when someone does something that tries to trigger your primal brain, the part of the survival, fight or flight part of your brain, then you're able to create either buffers or recognize those triggers and offset them, or dodge them in many cases, so that you can maintain cognitive control. Because whether we have unconscious bias or we have conscious bias, we will be held accountable for every decision that we make, whether it's conscious or unconscious. And so I implore you to think about this idea of being in cognitive control.